What's up, you guys? It's Greg. Welcome back to another Cheapskate Reacts. Today we're going to be looking at living on $150K in NYC Millennial Money. This is a show where I go ahead and comment on other people's finances and critique how they spend their money. So let's jump right into this millennial's life.
Hi, my name is Diana Lieva. I'm 34. I make $100.
I'm not a fashionista, but are these pants in? Like, is this a thing now? They were probably expensive too. This t-shirt was like $4.
$50,000 a year, and I live in
So obviously I'm not a
Manhattan,
fashionista, but ooh, that's really cool. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. Brands like Ray-Ban and Patron. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I started my agency after getting laid off from a corporate job. I've been pretty fortunate. It really ranges when you're freelancing and working for yourself. I mean, I would say
That's really the way to go, though, man. If you look kind of the trajectory on the way things are going, man, working for yourself, starting your own agency. But that's definitely awesome. She was able to get laid off and then start something on her own. That's not something that a lot of people are able to accomplish. So that itself is a big accomplishment.
my biggest expense every month is my rent. I do have health insurance. I pay about $400 a month for it. But even with that $400, you know, prescriptions are a ton, but just have to have health insurance.
Having health insurance as a millennial makes you very fortunate. Health insurance is expensive. I'm surprised she's able to get it. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. I'm surprised she's able to get it for right around $400. I wonder how good that policy is. $2,400 for a 2-bedroom. It includes water, gas, and oil. I wonder if she doesn't have a roommate, this is going to be pretty decent for New York City. I'm assuming that she lives in Manhattan, and that's pretty solid. The rest of these looks okay. Donations, I'm glad that she added that as a category. I do appreciate a good donations category. Transportation seems reasonable because she's not going to have a car, but taxis and subways and things like that. Groceries, that's good. That's good if that's what she's spending on food. If that's not what she's including in her going out to eat budget, that's probably not that good. Reasonable, electricity reasonable, internet subscriptions, that's all reasonable.
Especially when you're...
But this is only $4,100. All right, so it's at $150,000 a year divided by 12. That's $12,500 a month before taxes. Where's the other $8,000? So it's more than $8,000. Minus 4,100, it's 8,400. Where's the other $8,400 going? Like seriously, where is it going? I want to see where it's going.
The challenges of having your own agency, there's so many. One, just being used to that.
I appreciate the fake plant in the background, like a true millennial. Fake plant, 'cause you can't keep a real plant alive.
Friday, direct deposit, having to really know where every single dollar is coming from. Another challenge is just money management for me, putting aside.
I wonder who shot that. Let's get the glamour shot of the lotion. Such nice lotion.
Money to pay your taxes every year, and also just knowing your worth. I think that was something that I learned a lot. You know, you start doing designs for like $200-300, and then you realize there's people that are doing this for hedge funds that are charging like $100,000 just for a logo.
True. Like that guy, that creates the names for Pixar, or the names of Disney movies or whatever. They make hundreds of $1,000s for coming up with some one name, like they do the name Cars. Like, dang. Yeah, so just
My
charge
experience
more.
with crypto, I have to thank my little brother, Yeton. He was on it very early on, and he told me to invest in Bitcoin a couple of years ago when it was about $1,000, maybe a little less, and I liquidated at $19,000. He called me and said, "Get out." I was like, "What do you mean?" And
You know, that was probably crypto, like I was looking at crypto and getting into Bitcoin mining when it was like $600. So she probably got in slightly after that. And it's probably, remember when it ran up to like $18,000, $19,000, she probably liquidated and then it like probably crashed back down to like $4,000. This would have been, what, 2017, 2016, somewhere around in there. 2018, somewhere around in there, before it made that euphoric run up to $60-some thousand in 2021. So
he said you will never see a return on anything like this in your life again. Putting a little bit of money into it, you know, here and there, and kind of having a very diverse portfolio.
I mean, it's only 1,900%. I hope that you see those kind of.
I have a 401k. I have a retirement plan. Throughout college, I actually worked at Safeway for 5 years when they were union and the #2 company to work for behind Starbucks. So That's all been building since then, and every time I have taken a corporate job, whether it's been for a little bit or been on my own, I'm always putting into that fund. If I do an event and I bring in 20 grand from it, obviously I'll put aside a portion of that, and then there's money.
That's good. Somebody taught this woman the importance of studying, or she, not necessarily a parent taught her, but she decided to learn from someone the importance of saving for retirement. So that's good. But I still want to know where the other 8 grand goes.
I'm not putting anything aside.
Man,
I was just so.
I don't know about that. So we talked about, okay, so at 125, like 15% is great at all, but you're not exploding or changing your life at 15%. So at 100, we'll go again, $150,000 a year divided by 12. That's $12,500 a month. I would really like to see, we'll do times 0.4 is 40% of that income. That's about $5,000 a month that she probably could be saving. And still fit that into her budget. I've done it. It was a tactic that was recommended by Grant Cardone, and that's why I started it. But that honestly changed our entire financial future. I think we only did it for like 6 or 8 months, and then we had like a car paid off, an emergency fund, like a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, and it totally changed our life. So this woman being an independent, basically an independent contractor, business owner, I would really like to see her saving a little bit more.
Fortunate to be a hustler, like finding ways to save on everything. I do go to a very expensive gym and provide them.
See, but that's the thing when it comes to expensive gyms. When you're starting to get a little bit older, you don't really want to go to Planet Fitness anymore. You kind of want something that's a little bit nicer. You need sauna for your back, and you need the jacuzzi for your knees. Like you need things that are a little bit more expensive. Plus it could be a good networking opportunity for her to go to a really expensive gym. Like that's like if she brought up like, oh, I have a country club membership. Like, okay, in New York City that probably matters because they'll probably, those big high expensive paying clients are going to be at that country club. Like she might be able to pick up some business at that gym. So I actually see that expense. It would be okay spending a little bit more money on
liquor for their monthly mixers, and I'm fortunate enough to get a comp membership there. And I think just that hustle growing up here in New York and coming from a family that's a family of immigrants, all of that was instilled in me at such a young age, and really preparing yourself.
That looked like a good sandwich. Like a good sandwich. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Right now, we are going to see Kristen, who is my partner in #LunchGuy, because we have a meeting about this weekend's
she'd be
event.
Hustling. She'd be working. She's got a lot on her plate right now.
We make sandwiches. We distribute them to the homeless. We started with just making 100. Now we're making almost 1,000 every month.
Awesome.
It's just nice to be able to do something that can put a smile on someone's face that we take for granted.
Okay, but that's really cool.
Every dollar I spend, I think of how I can make like $3 to cover it, and that's always in my head. I buy a purse for $200, and I'm like, where am I going to make $500 tomorrow?
Exactly. That's the benefit. That's the benefit of having a mindset like that. It's like passive income. I'm spending this, but it's not only costing me X amount of money. It's not only costing her that $200 to buy that purse. The opportunity cost of what she could be using that $200 for. Keep in mind, I'm cheap, but I spend thousands of dollars every single year on business-related items, things that are going to make more money.
My goal is to retire by 40. I always say if you live in Manhattan, you have to hate yourself a little bit. It's not easy to live here. So I'm really working up.
Good goal. And that sounds really ridiculous to a lot of people, retiring by 40. Having big goals, she'll be a lot closer to retiring by 40 than if she was, say I'm going to retire by 50. Like she might hit it by 55 or whatever. She says 40, you might hit it by 40, 45, somewhere around in there.
So I'm glad taking everything I made here and enjoying the rest of my life somewhere else.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I really appreciate that.
So I never felt like I was great with money. And the more I talk about it, the more I realize you hear where you can do better and where you can spend less. The fact that I am debt-free and live alone in New York.
I'm not clapping too loud because I don't want to blow your ears out, headphone users. That's great. Being debt-free, living in New York. I would have liked to see a little bit more of the breakdown of her finances, but I think overall she's doing a pretty good job. She didn't spend the whole time talking about going out to eat and, getting $5 coffees. But again, we didn't see her entire budget, and that's not the parts that they chose to hit on in this series. We should all go over and check out CNBC and just say thanks for making these Millennial Money episodes, because they are great to watch, great to react to, and a lot of fun to kind of show our generation on what's going on. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit this like button. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this. If you got any videos you want me to react to, go ahead and comment them down below. This is a new channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next video.